I wasn't expecting company, but if you stay out of the shrubs and flower beds, you can stay.
Give them a wave, Pops, now that you've invited them in. We're two old guys who enjoy playing Sandbox and survival games together. I'm Uncle Craig. Go ahead and sit down. Let's visit for a while.
Let's see. We have our rods being produced over here. You can see that everything is green. Good thing. We have a miner that is producing ore at 60 per minute, going into a storage container, and then through the conveyors to 2 smelters, each handling 30 per minute. So they're well, let me look here again, 100% efficiency, and that's a good thing. This one has 6 in it, and if things ever back up over here, these will just fill up with ore. They're passing the ingots on to the constructors here that can take in ingots at 15 per minute. So the flow of this complete system is set up to handle 60 per minute. So as fast as the miner can pump out the ore, we end up getting rods. Those are filtered on these conveyors. Each constructor is spitting these out at 15 per minute. So that's 60 per minute. The conveyors can handle 60 per minute. So we group them all up into the one conveyor, goes into this storage container, and it's pumping out rods for us. I have a bunch in my inventory. Let's get rid of those. We'll take 1 stack out. So let's move on to do the same thing over here for the sheets, the iron plates. Before I do, I'm going to get all of the basic components, raw materials that I'll need. Put what I have there and pull out 1 stack so I don't fill up my inventory. I noticed too I could put some of this limestone in here, have it make some more cement for us. Where we are currently producing sheets, we'll put everything in that we have in our inventory, take 1 stack out. And I'm going to do the same up there with the wire. Before I do, however, I'm going to put some items in this chest. The storage container, I don't need those. Alright. Go up and get some wire. A little bit of a run. Get 1 stack of wire and run all the way back. This setup, producing iron plates, is not efficient. You'll see the ore, the miner with producing the ore turn yellow once in a while. See that? Because it's spitting out 60 per minute, the smelter is pumping them out at simply a 30 per minute, and so it slows down right there. From there on, it's pretty efficient, but it's not working at the highest rate that it can. The power that's coming in is coming from this post. We're going to take all this down, so we don't need this power any longer. So I'm going to take this post down. Now I'm going to take down this whole operation. We're going to start from scratch, similar to what we did with the rods. We're going to construct this a bit differently than that, and we'll look at the numbers that determine how we're going to do this. First, I want to make sure that I have good alignment with the rest of the build. Found using the foundations to be a good way to confirm that alignment. Oh, brother. He's going to be in the way. Don't stop. Don't. Thank you. Keep going. Thank you. Okay. Put this here. And I'm going to try to get it to line up. I think that will be the line that we want it on. Check from up here. No, I'm off just a little bit, so I'm going to try that again. Turn it that way once. That should be pretty close. Yep, that's pretty good. We're going to put a
Like, subscriber, get off my lawn.
Storage container here. Again, so that we can deposit ore in here if we want to, and if any part of the system shuts down or stop operating, this will queue up ore for us in that container. I'm going to try to go with a straight conveyor, but it may not do that. Let me go with the default. switch it back to straight for the next sections. Now we're going to put a few things in a row. We're going to use kind of the manifold approach as much as possible, but it may turn into a hybrid approach periodically. Oops. Not necessarily with this particular area, but if we get to, when we get to the wire and such, you'll see how our approach to each one will be a little bit different. That one was fully manifold. This may end up being a hybrid here. I'm not sure yet. Put a smelter down this direction. We'll press H and try to line up the ends here. That's pretty good. There's going to be two of these. I'm going to hold control so they line up. We'll need a splitter. Oops. Here at this location. There's my orange arrows. I'll turn those to that side. The rainbow line there tells me that it's all lined up. Press 3. I could probably put a straight conveyor in. Yep. There we go. So that's our feed into our smelters. A little different than I did on the other build. I am going to put another storage container this direction. I find, press H, make sure I get it lined up. Yeah, let's do it based on this side here. So let's get this lined up right about there. What I find is that I sometimes have ingots on me, and I'd like a place to dump those without trying to cram it into the smelter or the constructor itself. Now we're going to need a merge conveyor in this location and have it spit out towards us. Towards us. There's our arrow showing it's lined up. Press 3, get a conveyor there, and there. Feeds into that storage container. That will hold ingots. Also, if the system starts failing on this end, it'll back up, load up that container, and have it prepped for when we turn things back on. Next, we're going to do is put down constructors. To know how many, I'm going to take a look at how quickly the smelters will be producing the ingots. We'll be handling iron here. That's going to be, again, 30 per minute, 30 per minute here. So we'll get 60 ore out per minute, and it'll be handled by both of these smelters. Right now, in fact, I can dump in this iron ore. It'll come through and just kind of sit there and wait to be processed. On this side, it'll be picked up. The ingots will be dumped in here. We're going to have now constructors for constructing plates. I'm going to press H. Make sure it's lined up right there. And let's take a look at how quickly this can handle them. So it can take in 30 per minute. These will put out iron ingots at 30 per minute. These will take it in at 30 per minute. And so I'm going to create one more. That should handle the full load of 60 per minute. You'll notice it spits out 20 per minute. Now the conveyor can handle 60. So the conveyor could handle 3 of these constructors, but for input, we're only going to be getting 60 total. So it doesn't make sense for me to try to maximize what's going to come out to the conveyors. It makes more sense for me to maximize what's going to be coming in from the smelters. Put this down. Set this one to plates as well. It's going to have to be a splitter. Then we're going to want to merge what comes out together. What comes out is going to be plates. Now I'm just going to follow the same pattern. We'll put the storage container here. Entrance on that other side. Press H. Line things up. And we have a much more efficient setup here. This will handle 60 per minute. And that's what's going to be produced by the ore on the tail end. So it should be 100% efficient all the way to loading up this container with plates. We have a whole bunch. We'll just take one stack out. And I don't think, yeah, I do have some ingots too. So let's go to this constructor. And we'll prime the pump here. We'll prime that with 100. We'll prime this one with 100. And whatever I have left, we'll put in this container right here. Right, we're all set. Now all it needs is power. I've gotten used to the idea of putting in one foundation piece away from the platform or the foundation pieces that have the I don't know, the factory, the construction on it. Putting one more out and then putting the posts there. So let's put one here. Every other spot. It will go in one here. So this post here is going to support both. This is going to support this here. And we've got that funny post that's right there that we will be getting rid of. Let's do that now. So we've got this post here. We'll probably, if we do extend out, we're going to extend out and put another post right there. So for now, we'll leave this one at that location. We'll put one there, and then we'll put one following the same pattern of 2 foundations between each. We'll put it here. This would be a great spot to take the place of that post there. What we're going to do is first wire this up this direction. And that doesn't go anywhere yet. Here, and that one's wired up. So all of the posts that we have here now are wired up. I can take this one, connect it, and that one way over there, connect it here, and I can destroy this post. Oh, I did the wire. There we go. Now they're all cabled up, and if you look up on the hill, we are still functioning, and over there we're still functioning. And all of that is through this post now, which is following this new setup. Now we just need to wire up the equipment. Let's start with, let's see, we primed the pump, so let's start with this. Those are now working, and then we get the smelters going. Then we'll get the miner. It's all wired up. Now, it'll say 100% efficiency right now for everything because it's all primed. That's good. It'll probably stay at 100%. 100%. And the smelter, 100%. The miner, of course, is 100%. Take a look at how our power's going. Here our power went up, and it's still a little erratic. Again, we're not going to get it perfect because at least, if nothing else, the cement production from the limestone, that is going to be erratic. We can't solve that until we get the ability to overclock and underclock. Until then, we're just going to live with that particular inefficiency. All right, so we got the plates set up, the iron plates. Those are going to be produced and come to this storage container here.